Well, we've got a very special guest on our Take 5 couch today. You may recognize him and his nana from TV commercials. Joining me here today is auto dealership owner, Mr. Charlie Clark, the one and only. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, no, of course. Thank you for coming. It's
Absolutely.
an honor. And I'm excited because we know you from the commercials, right? We've seen you do a little 1 and 2 there on the commercials, but we're going to get to know more about you today. So let's kick it off. Let's get started. We're talking about your first fact here, and this is about Chile, not the salsa you said.
That's right, not the salsa, not in this case. Anyway, maybe pretty soon the green goes to Chile salsa.
We just invented that on air. Oh, coming soon. Okay. But you're talking more about the country, you said, right?
Yes. Actually, I have a Nature Conservancy Foundation there.
Okay.
I purchased, was able to back in 2016, and I purchased that right before everything around me was dedicated to national park.
Wow.
So some big dogs were looking at it. I was the little guy on the totem pole, believe me. Virgin Airlines was looking at it. He could have bought it with his lunch money, you know. And for me, I was like, I want to take care of this. I had this calling to take care of I say her, mother.
Yeah.
And it turns out, you know, it was under threat. They did want to run a highway over it. I fell in love with it and I ended up buying it, and this is a good way to give back, and that's the balance I think we should have.
And I gotta say, that is one big first fact. A Chilean honey producer, just in case you didn't know. We'll add that to his resume, but we're gonna top it now.
For my customers.
Yes, for your customers.
For my family.
For your family members, there you go. So we're gonna top it now. We're moving on to our second fact here, and that is you do martial arts as well. You were just like, I'll add it on top.
Basically, that was the foundation I wanted to, you know, if you asked me if something that sort of helped get me to where I'm going. I had a lot of wonderful teachers and mentors. My mentors were unbelievable. The learning of how to take care, handle pressure, and strength and power. Because a lot of times you might be dealing with a force that's much more powerful than you are. You're not going to defeat them with power.
Right.
But by redirecting their power,
Well, now,
you
so
throw
tell
them
me
on their
something.
head.
The martial arts kind of plays into the next fact here. Did it kind of help you with that mind, body, spirit connection that we're talking about for
Absolutely.
the third fact?
And I mean, that's one of my biggest, I would say, weaknesses, I guess. A little bit of ADHD, trying to calm my mind on a daily basis and just calm myself and get into a meditative state is one of the hardest things for me.
Right.
But remembering, like right now, hey, these are the core disciplines that got you to where you're at. When you swam at 5:30 in the morning, or then when you learned in the martial arts, respect. Like I walked into a dojo up in Houston, I thought, oh man, I was beating everybody in McAllen, so I thought, I'm going to tear everybody up. Oh, they just abused me.
Oh, wow.
And I went in and I was sitting down at the end with my head down. They came up and said, Charlie, we like you, but you're not going to come up here and muscle us around. You need to learn this is about mutual respect and welfare, and not you trying to dominate everybody.
Right.
You'll learn, but give it all you got, but with respect and have some fun. But you need to learn technique. There's going to be people a lot stronger and bigger than you that you're going to have to learn technique. Otherwise, forget about it. It's not about the muscle. It's about the technique and keeping yourself calm. When somebody's about to choke you out, you got to sort of feel your way out of that. If you panic, then you get choked.
Right.
You're out.
All of this to have this movie that is meant to inspire others. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
In the movie, we had to use martial arts because I didn't have the budget to do the high dollar special effects. So the martial arts were going to be more of the attraction. But to find our power, the special effects we do have, we had to utilize the martial arts in order, the training, the focus, and all that, and to be able to find the power. So that was the foundation in the film for being able to get there.
And this film, how long has it been now that
it's been? Well, it was released in 2022 in English, in theaters all over Texas, and all over the U.S. on different platforms.
And you said it took you how long to make?
We filmed it in 2015, so it took me 7 years to correct and finally get represented. And get the right music in there, for example. I knew if I didn't have some good music, I'm not going to get out there very far.
Right.
So I got the rights. Was lucky enough to have Robert Rodriguez, the big-time producer out of Austin and director. His brother was our executive producer.
Oh, okay.
And so he did the Eye of the Tiger. I got the rights to Eye of the Tiger from Rocky.
Nice.
And then he did the
okay.
Spanish version for me, Ojo del Tigre. First time ever approved by the owners of the song, including Survivor.
Nice.
They listened to it, said, "Oh, this is no threat to ours. We'll let you do it." So it took me 2 years to get that approved and done.
Wow.
But it's in the movie.
But a labor of love,
the training
I'm sure.
sequence, yeah.
But I'm sure you loved making it.
I did love making it.
Yeah.
Correcting it was not so much a labor of love, other than burning a lot of neurons to try to correct it and to make it make sense, because there were a lot of things that didn't. And that was part of my mistake of thinking, oh, I've been on TV for years and I'm comfortable in front of the camera. I could just make a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right. Not
I
that
decided
easy.
I don't know how to write a script.
Yeah.
There were so many things I didn't know. And I was like, oh, my God, this has turned into a nightmare. But in the end, we have it has heart. The movie has heart. I got Robert Rodriguez's sister, Becca Rodriguez, to help us with the cut, to find a movie in there. He said, you need a storytelling editor. You have so many things that don't make any sense, so you got to find a story in here. She's going to cut this together for you. And she did do a great job. And then Ernesto Diaz and Sheila also was Marco's recommendation. He went off of working off of her cut as well and adding his own spice to it. And between the two, it came together quite well. But there's so many things. You can't imagine. There's lots of movies with lots of outtakes, but I'd say we used 10% of what we shot.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, there was so much waste.
Yeah. Well, no, I think.
But I mean, because they were trying to find the tone.
Right.
Is it going to be campy? Is it going to be a little? We were really trying to find the tone.
Yeah. But I'm sure at the end of the day, now that it is out.
Yeah, and we're going to do this is the Spanish version that's being released. And you can choose to watch the English version again, but I wanted to re-release it in Spanish because, you know, the movie was in honor of my nana, my Mexican nana. And beyond that, my Mexican family, my Mexican-American family that are here, the Valley, El Paso, Laredo, you know, and Juarez, and right across the border, Tamaulipas and Chihuahua. So it's like, that's my family.
Right.
And so I have so many of my people that are Spanish, prefer speaking Spanish, and they didn't get to watch it in Spanish, so I did this version for them. So
they'll have the opportunity now, and I can only imagine, kind of goes into your fifth and final fact here. I'm sure that all of this, being able to do this, makes you very grateful. That is your fifth fact.
Well, that is my fifth fact. I came to the realization, you know, when my businesses were struggling, and at one point, and I grew out into different places, like out into El Paso, to Laredo. I can't be everywhere at once, but I have to have people who care, and people who care enough to be grateful for every opportunity. It's not just, you know, yes, of course we have to be profitable. It's not a nonprofit organization, but you don't have to take advantage. You can think win-win, you know, just be more than fair. We need to make what we need to make, but be grateful for every single person you come across, even if they can't buy a car. You treat everyone with respect. Don't judge them. Don't say, they can't buy, they're upside down. No, 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 no. You treat everyone like you thank God for every opportunity.
Right.
And that's why you see what we do in the mornings. If you look online, I'd like you to check that out. Every morning at all our places, I just came up with this recently. At 7 a.m. sharp, when my first service customers get there, all my mechanics, salespeople that are there on the early shift are all out there clapping. Yeah!
Wow.
And then on 3, 1, 2, 3, good morning! Orale!
Wow. So a great way to start the morning there. And of course, as you said,
say grateful. I'm grateful
just to
for you.
radiate that gratefulness.
That's right. Every single day.
Well, I gotta say, I'm grateful that we had you today here on the couch, getting to know you a little bit better. Thank you so much for joining us today and talking to us.
It's been great. Orale. Dame chance, watchate.
There you go, guys. And of course, if you want to find Charlie Clark, you can always visit his dealerships. You can go online to their website that you see on their screen to find the closest location near you.
Y si no hacemos que prometemos,
Nana Pau Pau.
Charlie Clark Nissan, órale.
Amén.